welcome to Cruising for Treasure. My name is Lori, and you are watching The Sold Show, where I show you everything that has sold on my platforms since the last time I shipped out. So I sell on 4 different platforms, and today I have sales from one. But you know what? That's the way it is, so we're just gonna be super excited and happy about it. We have 5 sales going out today, and this is all stuff that sold on eBay yesterday. 5 total sales. And guys, I don't know, right before I pressed record, I got this offer from a buyer, and it's the second time this has happened in the last week or so, and it's not the same pair of jeans, but it's been both on jeans, and I don't think it's the same buyer either. So they send me like basically a lowball offer, and they say included in the offer is the message, "I'm sorry, my wife will only let me go to X amount of dollars on this." No. No. Number 1, it's not my job to appease your wife. Okay, that's your job. Number 2, if you can afford my pants, then buy my pants. If you can't afford my pants, then just don't buy my pants. Don't send me a nammy-pammy message blaming your wife for your low dollar offer. That's not how this works, okay? Anyway, it's not my fault that shipping costs are high, and it's not my fault that you have to pay taxes on your item. If you want my $40 pair of jeans, at the very least, offer me $30, okay? I might even consider $25 if you're really nice and you don't bring your wife into it. But the minute you throw your wife under the bus, you have lost my respect, personally. That's just me. That's just me. Now, I don't know, it's possible my store name is Cruising for Treasure, but my username on eBay is my husband's old username, and it is a male, like it's a man's name. So it's possible they think they're talking to a man, but to me that just makes it worse. Anyway, that's life in eBay land these days. How's life in your land these days? Drop a comment below. Would that irritate you? It irritates the fire out of me. But we're moving on because this is the Sold Show. This is not Lori Grump about customers show. So here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, first, this is one thing that is super gratifying as a reseller is when you sell things very quickly, because it means, number 1, you are sourcing things that people want or need, okay? And number 2, you are pricing it right in the right zone. Maybe you're underpricing it a little bit if it sells super, super fast. But regardless, as long as it's making me profit and I've got a decent profit margin, I don't care. No big deal to me. Okay, so this is a brand to look out for. Absolutely, it's a Bolo. Bolo stands for be on the lookout. The brand is Janji, and until a month or so ago, I had no idea what this was. But it's Janji, J-A-N-J-I, and it's a running brand. And I've sold 3 pairs of shorts so far, and they sold fairly quickly. And now I found this tank, and it sold full price, $29.99, the same night I listed it. This is a man's shirt, and it's for running. The beautiful thing about this one is, okay, you know what? Sometimes I misremember things and I say things that aren't true. So I'm gonna verify myself first, okay, before I say things that aren't true. Okay, so, okay, no, those are the shorts. Okay, so I paid $5, and was I true or not true? I was true, yay! I paid $5 at Sierra, okay? If you don't know Sierra, Sierra is the outdoorsy, athletic type version of TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Ross. So it's all of those types of brands, but in a marked down situation. So I love to go to ours. I would love to be an outdoorsy person, but just when it comes right down to it, I'm not, okay? But I love going to a store and just pretending, you know, good intentions and whatever. No harm in that, right? So anyway, my husband and I were there right after New Year's. That's also like Tuesday nights are our date nights. And so a lot of times we go to our favorite coffee shop, we get a coffee, and then sometimes we'll sit and chat at the coffee shop. And then we go and we shop at Sierra. We just walk the racks and just have fun. It's very boring, but that's exciting for us, so. Anyway, when we were there, there was like a lot of, it was almost like returns to Sierra from Christmas gifts, but they weren't necessarily in their inventory system, so they just kind of made up prices. So that was one of the things, the Jan G shirt. And it actually didn't have a tag on it. So it was $5. So $5 into $30 is a-okay, especially since it sold literally within hours or less of me listing it. Okay, I'm just being super chatty today. I promise I will speed up. Okay, this is L'Artiste, just a leather, tooled leather embossed, whatever you want to call that, clog. And this sold for $30. I did buy these from an online auction, and actually they're in my massive auction and savers haul video if you ever want to watch that. It is it's a little long, but it's a huge haul. Anyway, I won a lot of shoes, and this pair was in there, and I think I paid about $5 a pair. So $5 into $30, that seems to be a theme today. So that's awesome though. And again, these sold within a day or so of me listing them. So that's cool. Which I don't remember picking up that brand before. I may have, but I don't remember it. So that's cool. Okay, so next, I was very glad to see this sell. This is, I shouldn't really have picked it up, but it's a Norman Rockwell pillow cover, and it's cross-stitched, it's completed. I mean, they did everything but make the pillow. So it's got like the padding and then the fabric stitched on there. So literally all you have to do is just make the pillow part. And that sold for $7. And I got this a while ago. I paid $1. I have 3 more to sell. This is on Lori's list of unbolos. Can we make that a thing? It's definitely an unbolo. Don't be on the lookout for that. Don't pick it up. Don't succumb to temptation. But my thinking was, I'm so sad. Like, somebody's really hard work just going to waste. Let it go to waste, okay? Anyway, next are these shoes. These are Skechers, and okay, it says $14.99 on the bottom. I know I did not pay that. Let's see what we paid, shall we? Okay, so what I'm looking up now, I'm on my laptop, obviously. Spreadsheet. That's what I'm on, spreadsheet. Okay, so I paid $7.25. Oh, and I got these at 2A Thrift. And that's right. I got these on a day when their accessories and shoes were 50% off. $7.25, and then they sold for $19.30 plus shipping. So I had them priced much higher, but the lady was being very nice in her messaging about offers and such. And I really honestly, I do appreciate when buyers are respectful in their offer process. If you are aggressive, if you are entitled, or if you throw your wife under the bus, then I'm not really gonna budge very much on my price. I'm just not. Because this is why, and it actually is based in logic, not just emotion. If you are disrespectful in your offer process, you are not going to be a respectful consumer. So those are the type of buyers that always, always, always will give you trouble. You will have returns opened, or you'll get a neutral feedback, or you'll get nonstop messages from them just being contrary. So I just like to kind of nip that in the bud. And when they send me a lowball offer, I always, especially if it's really aggressively lowball, I come back at like 25 cents off of my asking price. I really do. Because I literally don't have time for that kind of nonsense. If you can't respect my asking price and treat it with respect, then you're not gonna treat me or my item with respect, if that makes sense. That's my theory in life, and that's how I operate. Okay, so last sale is LL Bean Vintage Full Zip Fleece. This sold for $19.99. It is a really cool jacket. It did take a long time to sell, which was a little bit of a bummer. I had a ton of interest on it, and it is a little bit of a dated style with, you know, the gathered waist or whatever. But sell it did at $19.99, so I'm very happy about that. So that's what's going out the door today, and I am still working every day on getting up 20 listings, and I am pretty much successful. I don't have listings going up on the weekends, and I'm wondering if maybe I need to start at the very least doing 4 or 5, like scheduling them ahead of time to go live on the weekends. Because currently I very rarely put listings up on the weekends. Sunday is a day of worship and rest for us. It's, and then Saturdays, you know, it's hanging out with the family and doing whatever, and I don't want to be mom stuck at the computer. So I do have 4 kids, and you know, I don't know. I really struggle with that work-life balance, you know, which is hard when you're working from home and you are just stared in the face by your work, like every day, all day. But I think if I schedule it ahead of time, that might work. I might try that just to see if it makes a difference in the algorithm and sales volume and that sort of thing. But that being said, stay tuned, because we will have a pickup and coffee show that we are filming this weekend. We would love to have you guys watch those. They're a lot of fun. I mean, sometimes it's just me and my husband just being boring middle-aged married folks driving in the car. But sometimes we're cool. Sometimes. And we do have a few things in the pipeline. I don't really want to say too much because we haven't finalized all of the details yet, but we do have some plans coming up that are pretty exciting. So stay tuned, and if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that our videos show up in your feed. That would be awesome. So anyway, that is all. I'm just blabbering. Sorry. That's all we have for today. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to see what sold. Thanks for watching.